So we did a lesson on blues arpeggios that really complement this lesson if you want to check it out after or before. I'll link it up there. But it helps. So we're going to do this in a blues in G, and that means our first four measures are G7. We follow that by measures 5 and 6 being C7 or G7, C7, and then measures 7 and 8 back to G7. And that can be any G7 shape that you want to use. Measure 9 would be D7. 10 would be C7. 11 G7. And then 12 D7, okay? So that's the chord progression we're going with. Now, let's look at how we're going to play the G. We're going to start off 3rd fret of the E string. This is a G note. This is the root note. The notes that make up a G7 chord are G, the root, B, the 3rd interval, major 3rd, D, the 5th interval, and then F, which is the flat 7. If you take a G chord, which is G, B, D, G root, B 3rd, D 5th, and you just put an F note in it, that transforms your G to a G7. That F note, that's the power note, okay? Now, having said that, there are other color tones that you can add to this chord to make it sound good. If I lift my pinky all together and I play 3, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, I get what's called a G6. Also sounds nice. All these numbers come from intervals. So if I play this 3rd fret here on the E string, that's my root note. Also, if you're interested, I do teach private lessons one-on-one. My email's in the description if you like this kind of stuff and really want to dive into it. B, that is our 3rd. Do, do. And I'm going to play that with my index finger. Pinky finger up here on the 5th fret, my D note. Do, 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 do. That's my 5th interval. And instead of going to that F note, I'm going to actually play the E note, which is the 2nd fret of the D string. So it's 3, 2, 5, 2. That 6th tone is very, very nice in blues. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And then we are going to grab the root with our pinky being another G note. So it's now, there are multiple ways to do this, and we'll look at some variation, but this is what we're starting with. You would count it 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the way down, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. To play the same idea over the C chord, we just drop everything down a string. 3rd fret of the A string, 2, 5 on the D string, and then 2, 5 on the G string. C note, root, E's the 3rd, G's the 5th, B flat, I'm sorry, this would be an A note, A is our 6th interval, and then another C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that, played nice and clean, you could get a cool walking bass blues. So let's go ahead and just play through that walking bass blues, nice and clean, everything we got so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turnaround time. 1. So let's look at the turnaround we're going to play for this one. After doing all that fancy walking around, we're going to make a D7. 0, 2, 1, 2. We're going to go down, down, up, down. Classic. C7, which is just a regular C, but get your pinky on the 3rd fret of the G string. Down, down, up, down. Grab the 3rd fret with your ring finger, and then we're going to drop down 3rd fret of the D string, 3rd fret of the E string, 3rd fret of the D string, triplets. Then it's going to be 2nd fret of the D string, 1st fret, open. We're going to make a C7, strum down, move it up a half step, strum down, move it up here, so now it's 5, 4, 5, 3, strum down. Do, do, do. So nice and slow that would be. Walking bass / shuffle idea. That's what we got so far. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, pull up, 3, pull up, 4, pull up. 1, 2, and 3, 4. That's the foundation. Random solo. Now let's try to make it just a little bit cooler, kind of like Stevie does. One of the things he does is he is getting all, because he's doing it quick. And he's really got his right hand going. So how does that work? What he's doing is he's fretting that note, but he's giving it a down up. And he's fretting that 3rd fret, but the finger is also touching at least the next 2 strings, the A and the D string. So when he goes, the only string that voices is the 3rd fret. And everything else has a rake sound. If I fret the 2nd fret here, listen to the E string and listen to the D string. Takes a while to get pretty good at this. It takes a long time, really. But the idea is that you're getting your string to play and the others to kind of scratch. Every now and then you're going to play some extra strings. That's fine. The key of G, you have some open strings, so it's a pretty nice key to learn these ideas in. But let's just try to play that idea over G one time together. All right, so we're going to try to put it in the 12 bar, but we're also going to make a modification to the notes we're playing. We're going to go 3, 2, 5, 3, 3, 2, 5, 2, 3. That's the F note. So we're skipping the octave and we're replacing it with that flat 7. Same thing over the C. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to play through the blues like that, nice and slow. Now, if you can't get this scratch sound, the walking bass is still a very cool blues, and it's one that I actually use more. All right, so let's try it with that scratch sound. Now, if you can't get the scratch sound or you don't like it, the walking bass blues is still very, very cool. Okay, now if you were to do it faster too, instead of maybe the triplets here, you could do eighths as well. That's something to keep in mind. All right, here we go from the top. Now, if you only walk away with that do 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 walking bass rhythm, it's a win. You're gonna get more use out of that than the scratching sound, anyways. But let's just try to get the scratching, just so we can see if we can get this style under our belt. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it, folks. So go ahead and play with those different ideas. The second time through, I was mixing in the shape 1. Of the G blues scale as well. So if you want to learn more about the blues scale, I'll link that up there as well too. All right, until next time, have a lovely day, my friends. Life is good. Keep on rocking and rolling, and I'll catch you on the flip side, all right?